Hey Pit Crew, Chef Phil here. I want to talk about the Pitmaster, and I talked to some of the old timers and they really reminisce about how hard it was to be a Pitmaster. So if you're a Pitmaster now, welcome to the club. If you are trying to get to be a Pitmaster and you're starting to take your Pit Crew test on BU and you're getting ready to take your Pitmaster test and you want to be a Pitmaster for us, this is what it takes. It is more of an attitude than it is just learning. You've got to know the business. You've got to know your cuts. You've got to know your product, and you've got to be able to sell that product and talk about it throughout the day. So being a Pitmaster, it's more than just knowing your pit, knowing your warmers, and knowing your products. You've got to know your food. You've got to know your customers, know the customers by name. When you are a full-time Pitmaster and you are at the top, you are at the top. And I really mean that, because you drive the business, you drive the speed of the line, you drive the sales of the business. Welcome to Dickey's. What do you think you're gonna get? They're gonna wanna get out of your way as fast as possible. They wanna get out of this restaurant as fast as possible, and they're not gonna wanna spend any money in your restaurant. So it's welcome to Dickey's. Is this for here to go? Get that tempo going. But give them a chance to read the menu. Don't start rattling off a bunch of stuff, because then you're gonna lose them. Understand what their speed is also. Some guests might need a little bit more time. Some may be in a hurry. You can kind of judge that when they come in. And again, like I said, being a Pitmaster, you've got to read your people, just like you're reading your pits and understanding how your pit's functioning today, or how the meats are functioning on the block. You've got to be able to read the guest. So a couple other things about the block. When you're at the block, you got to take pride in the block. The block is not something that you just work and when you're done, you just kind of leave it as you found it, or you leave it. Anytime you walk away from that block and you're not servicing guests and you're not serving food, this is a time to clean the block. It's a great time to sanitize all your knives, to reset. If your knives are full of debris and you've got protein on the outside of that knife and it's full of that, it's gonna stick to your sausage, it's gonna stick to your chicken. And what does it do? It tears it, or it doesn't allow you to slice through it quickly. We're professionals, we wanna go fast, but ultimately it's gotta look great, but we gotta get it done quickly. How do you do that? Make sure the tools are, one, clean, that includes the block, and then two, sharp. Learn how to use a steel. The steel is your friend. Sharpening a knife over and over and over again, it starts to wear, a groove on the backside of that knife, and that knife is no longer really effective on the block. Don't forget the cleaver. The cleaver is important because it does chop the product, and if it does have a good edge on it, it's going to go through the product quickly. If you steal any knife, make sure you sanitize it after you're done. Wipe that down, then you can get it back on the block. And again, don't dry it off. It's got to air dry, okay? So, have the thermometers there. Check your products, making sure that you're helping the managers during those open and close sheets. Food safety is also an important part of being an amazing Pitmaster. It's all about that attitude, about making sure that your guests are fully protected and you're serving the best product possible. And when I talk about the best product, I'm talking about great Texas-style smoked briskets. Our chicken is unbelievable. Our sausages, when done perfectly, are amazing. Our barbecue is amazing only if we can execute it on the block. We could do all the great work in the back of the house, bring that up to the block, and then basically just butcher it, and that amazing barbecue just became average barbecue. And we are not average barbecue, and we're not average Pitmasters. We're Dickey's Pitmasters, and we're super proud of what we can do in our restaurants every day.
Hey Pit Crew, just a reminder that we have a photo contest going on to thank all of you out there. It's a chance to win a $150 Amazon gift card. That's right, 150. Who couldn't use an extra 150 bucks? All you have to do is get your GM or your owner operator to submit you into the contest, and all of you deserve it. So whether you've been with us for just a few months during this epidemic and you've really been stepping it up, or you've been with us for 38 years, or some of our Pit Crew members have been. So y'all deserve to be nominated. So get out there, make sure your owner operator takes a picture of you and writes up a little blurb about why you were so awesome. And by the way, thank you